Welcome to Brain Booster. Ever wondered how a creature as massive as the polar bear survives in one of the harshest environments on Earth? Imagine a world of ice and snow, a seemingly endless expanse of white stretching as far as the eye can see. This is the Arctic, home to the majestic polar bear. These magnificent creatures rely on the Arctic sea ice for their very survival. It's their hunting ground, their breeding ground, their roaming ground, and sometimes even their den. Polar bears are true citizens of the world, with their habitat spanning across 5 polar bear nations: Canada, the United States, specifically Alaska, Russia, Norway, Svalbard, and Denmark, Greenland. And if you're picturing polar bears frolicking with penguins, think again. Polar bears don't live in Antarctica. That's the realm of the penguins. Now, let's talk size, because when it comes to polar bears, size matters. Adult males can weigh anywhere from 350 to over 600 kilograms. That's about the same as 6 to 12 adult humans. Female polar bears are smaller, typically weighing between 150 to 290 kilograms. And when it comes to height, polar bears are no slouches either. Measured at the shoulder when on all fours, they typically stand 1 to 1.5 meters tall. But if you ever see a polar bear standing on its hind legs, it can tower over you at a whopping 3 meters high. But these Arctic giants are not just about size. They are one of the most mobile four-legged animals, capable of traveling more than 3,000 kilometers per month. That's like walking from New York to Los Angeles and then some, all in a month's time. Their home ranges can exceed 600,000 square kilometers, an area larger than the entire state of California or the Yukon in just 1 year. These Arctic giants are not just about size, they are one of the most mobile four-legged animals, traveling incredible distances. Imagine going on a journey that spans over 3,000 kilometers a month across an area larger than California. That's a day in the life of a polar bear, one of the most mobile four-legged animals on Earth. These Arctic wanderers can have home ranges that exceed 600,000 square kilometers in just 1 year, a testament to their incredible adaptability and endurance. And what about the mothers? After a feeding frenzy throughout the winter and the spring seal pupping season, a pregnant polar bear digs a den in the fall. This den becomes her sanctuary, where she gives birth to her cubs and nurses them, hidden from the harsh Arctic elements. Once she's done digging, she patiently waits for the snow to cover the entrance tunnel, concealing it from prying eyes. Here's the kicker: the mother bear will stay in her den without a single meal for up to 8 months. That's right. 8 months of fasting while she nurtures her newborn cubs. And when spring finally arrives, she emerges with her cubs, heading straight to the sea ice to hunt seals. But let's not forget the cubs. Despite being born in the harsh Arctic conditions, these little ones grow rapidly thanks to the high fat content in their mother's milk. In fact, polar bear milk is the fattiest found on land, clocking in at about 31% fat when the cubs are born. This calorie-rich diet helps cubs grow from their birth weight to a hefty 15 to 30 pounds in just 2 to 3 months. These cubs are born survivors, ready to take on the harsh Arctic world. They grow rapidly on the fattiest milk found on land, acquiring the strength and size needed to roam the vast Arctic alongside their mothers. In a few short months, they're ready to embark on their own journeys across the ice, following in the paw prints of the generations before them. Polar bear cubs are born survivors, growing rapidly on the fattiest milk found on land and ready to take on the world in just a few months. The Arctic is no place for the faint-hearted, yet polar bears have mastered the art of survival here. These incredible creatures have evolved with unique physical traits that equip them for life on the ice. Let's take their paws, for instance. They're not just oversized mittens, they're a marvel of natural engineering. Imagine a dinner plate. That's roughly the size of a polar bear's paw, measuring up to 11.81 inches across. These massive paws help distribute their weight on the ice, preventing them from breaking through. But that's not all. Between their toes and on their foot pads, they have tufts of fur that provide insulation against the biting cold. The black foot pads are covered by small, soft bumps called papillae. These clever little structures provide grip on the ice, preventing the bear from slipping and sliding. Now, imagine trying to swim in the Arctic's icy waters. It would be a challenge for most, but not for the polar bear. Their large paws are perfectly designed for swimming, with the forepaws acting like powerful paddles and the hind paws serving as rudders. These adaptations aren't just about survival, they're about thriving in an environment that would be inhospitable to most. A polar bear's paws are like their survival toolkit, helping them stay warm, walk on ice, and swim in the icy waters. Despite their adorable looks, polar bears are fierce predators and the most carnivorous of all bear species. These Arctic giants largely depend on a diet of seals for survival, with marine fat providing the bulk of their calorie intake. In fact, scientists often refer to polar bears as lipovores because of their penchant for this fatty feast. An intriguing behavior observed in some polar bears is the rare act of food caching, where the bears hide their kills under the snow and guard them. This behavior has been documented in a mere 19 individual polar bears out of thousands observed over a 45-year period. Factors leading a polar bear to cache food include the size of the prey, how much was left after the bear had initially fed, and the depth of the surrounding snow. It's also speculated that leaner bears may be more inclined to store their food. Yet despite their place at the top of the food chain, polar bears rely on the entire Arctic ecosystem for their survival. These predators are a testament to the intricate and delicate balance of nature in the Arctic, where every creature, big or small, plays a crucial role. So there you have it, the polar bear, a perfectly adapted, ferocious predator ruling the harsh Arctic. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.